Good Erev Shabbos, everyone. Apologies, I was off the grid for a few days due to travel, but happy to record something right before Shabbos in Israel. I took a flight this week from Israel to Los Angeles. As you can well imagine, it's a night flight, which means that you travel for 14, 15 hours, and yet you don't have to daven Shachris or Mincha because of the time change. From this perspective, I wanted to share the following. There was a gentleman sitting next to me that, quite frankly, did not look religious. As a matter of fact, was a little vulgar in the way he spoke. And yet, towards the end of the flight, he said, "Nimasli, enough." And he got up, he put on his talis and tefillin, and he started davening. He wasn't a religious man, but I could see he davens every day and with talis and tefillin. And when I asked him afterwards, "Ma nimaslicha, what was so, you get you so upset?" His answer was, "I didn't daven in all these hours." And I want to say two things. Number one, he wasn't obligated to daven. If you leave Israel at 1 o'clock in the morning and you arrive in Los Angeles at 7 o'clock in the morning, then you're not obligated to daven. When you land, you can daven in the airport shachris. And that's halachic. And that's absolutely the truth. And there's no reason to feel guilty. If you don't even hit alot hashachar, you can eat breakfast on the plane as well without a problem. However, there is a beautiful medrash that says that what's a rasha versus a tzaddik? A rasha is someone that sees the sun shine and he doesn't daven shachris. He sees the sun begin to set and he doesn't daven mincha. He sees the night dark and he doesn't daven ma'ariv. And that's exactly what I think this gentleman was saying without knowing it. Namely, so many hours went by and you didn't daven. Namely, your body naturally needs to daven to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and for good reasons, for legitimate reasons, you didn't. And I think that's part of our davening experience. On the one hand, we have to daven because that's what God commanded us to do, to listen to the sages who prescribe times of davening. However, we shouldn't give up the avodah shebalev part of it, the work of the heart. And that is that the heart naturally needs to talk to God when the day changes, namely every few hours. So it's something I think we can all think about, namely to try to merge the halachic requirement of davening with the natural urge a Jew should have to pray to God. Wishing everyone a significant and a good Shabbos.